See, if we take something like any fiction, in any holy book, in any other fiction, and destroyed it, okay, in 1,000 years' time, that wouldn't come back just as it was. Whereas if we took every science book, right, and every fact, and destroyed them all, in 1,000 years, they'd all be back, because all the same tests would be the same result.
That's good. That's really good.
How would you answer this question? Well, there are likely a few ways to approach this. One approach is to try and build a formal system around religious beliefs in order to ensure that the foundations of faith have similar grounding and flow sequentially like we find in sciences and math. But truthfully, even such attempts within science and math have proved murky. In 1920, David Hilbert, a German mathematician, began what became known as the Hilbert program to address the foundational crisis of mathematics. Hilbert wanted to ensure that the foundation upon which all mathematical axioms were built was on solid ground. He laid out all of the axioms of math and attempted to demonstrate that it was all part of one cohesive system. In some ways, this attempt failed. In 1931, Kurt Gödel presented his incompleteness theorem, which proved that even mathematics could not be established as a perfectly complete or consistent theorem. There would always remain some axioms that can't be proven from within the system itself. Similar attempts have been made within the world of religion. Maimonides' Guide to the Perplexed and the works of scholars such as Rabbi Zvi Hirsch Chayes and Rabbi Shamshon Raphael Hirsch all developed approaches that would allow people to engage with religion as one coherent system. Recently, that has become more challenging, as the very notion of a stable truth has become less popular for many. Movements such as postmodernism question the very existence of a stable truth detached from our subjective human interpretation. But maybe there is a way to have our truth and eat it too. Maybe we don't need or want religion to be the same as mathematics or science. In the Talmud, there is a story about Moshe going up to receive the Torah at Mount Sinai. The angels were not pleased. Why, the angels asked, would you give the Torah to flesh and blood? Religious ideas belong with us in the heavens. God responded, what do you think is written inside? Don't steal, don't murder, honor your parents. The very foundation of religious ideas is meant to address the human condition, and that is where this sacred text belongs. Not with angelic beings, but with humanity. And if in fact religion and Torah is meant to address our essential human condition, then maybe it mirrors the very nature of our human condition. Messy, complicated, and not always so orderly. As rational as human beings try to be, we are also remarkably unpredictable, and it is nearly impossible to organize human nature upon the same foundations as the nature of math and science. What we love, what makes us happy, what makes us sad, how to build relationships, marriages, communities, and governments cannot necessarily be reduced to a neat set of predictable principles like a math theorem or a chemistry equation. So whether you prefer a religious system built on steady and predictable axioms, or acknowledge that like so many areas that address the human condition, not every system of truth can be organized in such a way, it is a question worthy of exploration. Because religion and religious communities are windows into the human condition.